All right, and welcome back, everybody. Jared and Bob here. Sarcasm speaks, and as is tradition on your Monday morning episode, our Sunday evening episode, we're fresh off a slate of NFL football, and we've also discovered that I am a bigger jinx.
No, we don't know that yet.
Oh yeah, true. They just kicked an onside, so who recovered the onside kick?
Ooh, did New Orleans get it?
I can't tell from this angle where I'm sitting.
New Orleans might have got it.
So just to paint the picture for you guys, both Bob and I bet on the Saints-Eagles game. I took the under 42.5.
And I had it live, Saints plus 9.5.
Right. So we're looking at 24-14. Is that what it was?
It was 24-14 after Philly just marched down the field.
Yeah. So then the Saints have the ball.
At that point, I am currently not covering.
Right. So then the Saints get the ball. They get it to whatever yard line. They
50,
cross.
no,
yeah.
40.
They ended up kicking like a 57 or a 58-yard field goal. So right before they kicked the 57-yard field goal, I look at Bob and I go, well, we're about to find out who the bigger jinx is, me or you, because I have the under. And the total is at 38 and the under was 42.5. And then, so if they hit the field goal, there was a potential of the game going over and I lose, but you would cover. And so Will Lutz misses the field goal, and I go, you're the bigger jinx. Spoke way the fuck too soon because there was still 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock, and somehow
It was a minute and a half. And
somehow
New Orleans got the ball back.
New Orleans got the ball back almost immediately, and then they go down the field and score a touchdown. So then I turn to Bob and I go, turns out I'm the bigger jinx after all. I'm a fucking loser.
Yep.
So I blew the under, but you are currently covering.
Currently covering. Philly's got the ball. They got no reason to score, so you just got to run the clock out. I don't think New Orleans has any timeouts.
No. So you win, I lose.
Maybe.
I suck. I had a very bad...
They're in victory formation.
Very bad early window of games.
Well, I did too. I mean, I had the right side. I had the right pick.
Yeah. It was the right bet.
It was just Cincy missed 4 field goals.
Yeah.
No, they fumbled 3 times. That's what I'm sorry. Cincy
Minnesota
fumbled,
missed 4
yes.
goals.
Cincy fumbled 3 times in the first half, and had a 4th and goal that they didn't convert on or something like that. So, Cincinnati obviously was the right pick. It just didn't hit.
Yeah, man. Like I had Minnesota +7, and the fucking Dan Bailey, their kicker, missed 10 points worth of field goals. I think he missed 1 extra point and 3 kicks. So I had the right bet. It's just Dan Bailey blew it. I mean, I can't control what happens in the game. I just make the right bet. I chose the right side.
It's you had the right bet. You can't cap for fucking missed field goals.
Yeah, no. How are you supposed to do that?
You can't do that.
No, not at all. So I mean, it's a win in my book, but whatever.
It's crazy that people actually believe that shit.
Oh, dude, it's wild. It's people that are incapable of dealing with loss. They can't be like, well, I suck. That was a bad bet. That sucked. Yep. Yeah, game didn't go the way, obviously, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. Because I thought Minnesota was going to be within 7 points, and guess what? They weren't. So obviously I was wrong.
Yeah, but you were on the right side.
Exactly, yeah.
But your bet didn't hit.
Yeah, your bet lost, but it was the right pick. All right, buddy. I hate those people.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the right call.
No, you can't cap defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's why my San Francisco, I didn't actually take San Francisco, but a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Oh, San Francisco was the right, dude, it was the right play.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I love that too in games, like if someone takes an under in a game and there's a pick six.
Yeah.
And it goes over, but say the over under is 47 and there's a defensive touchdown, there's a pick six, but the total ends up being like 62. They're like, well, what am I supposed to do? There was a pick six in that game. I didn't know. It's like, but if you take that pick six out of the game, it still went over.
Yeah, but you can't cap defensive touchdowns. You're not fucking listening to them.
I think that's some of my favorite shit.
When like listening to the pick people.
If you take out whatever they're bitching about, the game is still a loss for them.
Yeah, no, but it's like they get the ball back right away. It changes everything. Everything.
Yeah, it changes the entire makeup of the game.
Because they didn't get the bet wrong.
No. It was the right bet.
It was the right bet.
The whole time it was the right bet. Well, I mean, we don't have the Pats to bitch about today, so that's nice, because they got absolutely fucking bent over.
So I fell asleep during the second quarter of that game, and then at halftime I woke up and saw the score, and I just went to bed.
Yeah, you
because in the group I even told you guys, after the first Rams touchdown, I go, that might be it.
This might be a halftime bet game.
Yeah. And then they scored. I said that before the game, which I wish I had the fucking balls to bet on it. I kind of had the feeling, just like leading up to the game, and it's just a feeling, because earlier in the day I contradicted this.
Yeah.
I go, the Rams are probably going to come out and just kind of be ready to go.
Yeah. I told you, I looked at that, but again, because I'm a huge bitch, I looked at the alternate line of the Rams. It was minus 13.5. I think it was like plus 270 or something, plus 250, like something along those lines. And I was like, do I do it? And I didn't. Cause
we all should have thought, going back to what we were talking about earlier, when it's like...
Because I couldn't make the right bet. Like, well, it was the right bet. I just didn't
fire it.
Just didn't fire it off. Well, I mean, I would have won if I bet it.
It was the right bet. I just didn't place it.
Yeah.
So you know, like how you and I sit here and it's like you can sometimes see that things are so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Well, think about that Rams Patriots game. So the Patriots are playing back-to-back games in LA, so they're away from home.
LA.
They just blew the doors off the Chargers.
Yeah.
So, like, they played really, really, really well. They
Against
were a wildly inconsistent bad team.
Right, and the Chargers were a phenomenal matchup for them to overachieve, because even regardless of whether or not you think Cam Newton is a good quarterback or whatever, the roster on the Patriots, how good it actually is,
it's not.
What it comes down to with that game, what it was the Patriots are a team that pays very close attention to detail, and the Chargers do not. They miss plays. They have fucking 10 guys out on a punt coverage.
Then they have 12. Then they have 10 again.
Yeah, it's.
Well, you missed it. You missed it today because you were upstairs. So with like 20 seconds left, 3rd and 1, they run it again. They did this again.
Yeah.
Didn't get the first down.
Oh, at the end of the first half. Yeah.
Don't have any timeouts, and it's like 4 guys from the offense are like kind of running off the field, not really. The place kicker's kind of running out there, not really, and then they get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That is a team that is so bad at the details. So, like I said, you get a team like the Patriots that, like I said, regardless of how good the roster actually is, if you have coaches and players that pay close attention to detail against a team that doesn't know their ass from their fucking elbow, what you're going to get is last Sunday, 45-0. But then you get that team that now pays close attention to detail, doesn't have a very talented roster, and it goes up against a team with a extremely talented roster and a coach that's not an idiot, and you get 24-3 the other way. So it's like attention to detail will only get you so far, because when you have extreme talent, when there's an extreme talent discrepancy, like at the end of the day, whoever's the more talented guys out there are gonna win.
Generally.
Yeah. And it was just egregiously bad how little the Chargers pay attention to like stupid shit.
Yeah, they don't pay attention to anything. But then it's like, even before the game, I think the Rams have the 3rd ranked offense and 2nd ranked defense or something. It's something, and I I think it's second overall defense or scoring defense. I don't know what it is offensively. Maybe yards.
Yeah.
Passing. Maybe I don't know. I don't fucking know what it is.
Yeah.
I heard that and I go, oh no, because we knew they weren't gonna be able to run the ball.
Right.
Which is the only thing they can do.
Right.
And then they're not going to win it on defense because that opposing offense is too good. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. It was literally the difference of a really good matchup versus a really bad matchup.
I'm just really not bummed out at all that I fucking slept through it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, like I said, I went to bed right after the Rams scored. So I stuck around after halftime just because I wanted to see how the third quarter was going to open up. And then the Rams scored a touchdown to go up 24-3. And I was like, this is over, I'm going to bed. And I don't know when that was, maybe like 10:30-ish. So that was that. And then when I woke up the next morning and looked at the score, 24-3. So I saw everything I needed to see.
No analysis needed.
Nope. So I don't know. It's just one of those weird. It's a weird year. It's a weird fucking thing all around. But I don't know. We'll see what the Pats end up next year. Definitely should not have Cam Newton back. That is for sure.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Yes.
I'm not doing though. Do you want him? Do you not? Because I don't even know what's. Truthfully, right now we don't even know what's available.
We don't. Yeah. You just hear rumors. Like we fucking. Tried to figure it out earlier and got a popsicle headache trying to figure out the Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that.
You know?
I still don't get that, but
so it's like we don't know. We don't know. We won't know.
Carson Wentz.
I don't know. In his current state, no.
The Carson Wentz that we've seen for the last 2 years. Do you even want him?
It's better than Cam Newton. I would take him as a bridge guy. But then you look at it like.
Carson Wentz is not a bridge guy.
You don't want that.
You probably want to keep Cam Newton as a bridge guy because he at least runs the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. I'm not doing this until I actually know who or what's available.
Yeah, we're gonna trade for Matt Stafford. The Lions move the ball down the field with Chase Daniel.
Brissett.
Yeah, they're gonna bring Jacoby back, or they're gonna let.
Isn't Aaron Rodgers available because they drafted his replacement already?
Yeah. Bill's gonna trade a second and a fourth for Aaron Rodgers. Okay, buddy. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't even want him.
Dude, Washington football team though. They're making a playoff run.
Yeah, they first place in the NFC East.
Yeah, I believe with the Giants lost today.
Yeah.
Or maybe not because
Philly won too.
And they have that tie.
Yeah, I don't know. Talk about a load of fucking shit. That NFC East.
But I can't see their record.
Yeah. When do the Cowboys play?
They played the fucking Bengals today.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Stupid fucking Bengals. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I get for betting the Bengals.
Stupid fucking. Oh, while we're on the topic, because we're talking about betting and all this shit, big shout out to mybookie.com. Make sure when you place your bets on all sports, you don't have to bet on football. You can bet on
U.S. Women's Open tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
When you listen to this, U.S. Women's Open, we got free golf tomorrow.
There's no.
Got rained out today.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no other sports actually going on right now. We don't have hockey the preseason basketball started. We have college basketball.
There's Italian basketball. There's everything.
There's Turkish soccer.
KHL's going.
I know. I bet on Turkish soccer already.
The Belarusian something.
Yeah.
Bundesliga.
So there is stuff. So when you want to get your bets,
there's always something to bet on.
Use mybookie.com. Use our promo code SarcasmPod. They just changed their promo actually. Apparently, the double your first deposit up to $1,000 was just a summertime thing, and now that we're into the wintertime, it is a 50% match up to $1,000. So you deposit $1,000, they give you $500, and I believe they're still doing the free play though too. Yep. So use our promo code SarcasmPod, and it will get you a 50% match on your first deposit and a $20 free play. So enjoy that. And in other news, we missed this in the last episode. We didn't get to it, but we we have a semi-confirmation of a galactic federation. I feel like we're in like Rick and Morty, but there was a former, was it the former director of like the space program in like Israel or something?
I don't know, dude.
Came out and said that he can confirm that the United States and Israel have been in touch with a galactic federation, and there's a group of them that live underground in Mars, and Donald Trump is privy to all of this, and he knew about it, and he's spoken with them, and there is some sort of galactic federation that exists.
Are you buying this?
Realistically, no, but like I want to so bad. I really want to believe it so bad.
I want this to be true, just so yet again we can have people bitching about masks and COVID and elections, and then
like
the government
years,
again says, yeah. So we told you that UFOs are real. We've seen them.
Yep.
We're basically admitting that aliens are real. There is life on other planets, and there's a fucking galactic federation.
Yeah, and no one's.
And you guys are still not fucking paying attention.
Yeah, it's almost like a fun joke for the government at this point. Be like, hey, what do you want to tell them this week that they're not going to pay attention to?
Yeah, it's like the fifth kid of the family.
Yeah.
No one is listening to you.
There's a fire in the basement. Yeah, shut the fuck up, John. Like, go do something.
God,
but
always talking.
There's smoke coming from the basement. Like, I think something's on fire. We don't give a fuck. We have all the problems.
Oh, kid.
It's like, or it's like, yeah. I'm sure there's smoke down there.
Yeah, there's always smoke. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then the fucking house burns down.
If only one of you fucking idiots told us.
Yeah.
Because that's what it'll be.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe the government has lied to us. They kept this a secret. That's what it's going to be.
They didn't fucking lie to you.
Yeah, they kept this a secret. They knew.
Nope. They told you. You just were too busy bitching about fucking why
killing grandma.
Masks and social distancing work for the flu but don't work for COVID. You guys were too busy bitching about that on Twitter. Anytime someone asks, hey, where's the flu season?
Yeah.
You go, well, we're all wearing masks and social distancing. So if that eradicated the flu, then why is COVID still here?
Right. Exactly. Like, isn't that the whole premise?
Also, I mean, never mind that the healthcare that we are now at is like Silicon Valley. Have you ever watched Silicon? Have you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's like fucking. Oh God, what's the Chinese kid's name? Fuck. Jin Yang? No. Shit.
Are you the thing when they draw the fucking?
No, not the tip by tip approach.
Yeah, the tip by tip.
Oh shit.
That was good. That show was great.
Jin Yang?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Jin Yang. It's like his app. When you go to the doctor...
Do you want to develop my app?
Doctor, I'm sick. It's like Jin Yang's app. Hot dog.
Yeah.
Or not a hot dog.
Yeah.
All doctors are capable of doing right now is COVID or not COVID.
Yep. And if it's not COVID, they're like, all right, cool, have a good day.
Yeah. Well, or it's like, well, we gotta do the COVID test. Yeah. And if your symptoms get worse, come back. It's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, well, I don't have COVID. Can we do this now? Oh yeah, we don't have the personnel like in here to do that stuff right now. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't have the capabilities for that yet. What?
Yeah. I have bronchitis. Like, just do what you normally do for bronchitis. Like, if I had gotten it 365 days ago, you would have just had. You would have given me something. Do that.
Do that.
No, we can't do that.
Nope.
We don't have the capability to handle bronchitis.
Medicine.
Imagine that. We don't have the capability to handle bronchitis.
We just don't have enough staff.
Yeah.
We're just overwhelmed with COVID.
Yeah. Oh, you have strep throat? Sorry, there's nothing we can do. You gotta go home.
Actually, I did hear someone testing positive for strep throat. Imagine that. I thought all other illnesses were gone.
Yeah.
Because it's either COVID or not COVID.
As did I. Ooh, did I tell you about the Johns Hopkins study? Or did you hear about it on your own?
No, but who did tell me about that? Oh, I think Crazy Paul told me about it.
Oh yeah, this is great. So, Johns Hopkins. I heard this on I forget what podcast it was. I listened to too many at this point, but so one of the podcasts I was listening to said that Johns Hopkins did a study, and it was all either like grad students or PhD students or something. It was like a meta-analysis of like deaths on the year, which is what we have been calling for. What we have been calling for since March, when this whole bullshit started. We were like, show me the fucking numbers at the end of the year.
Yeah,
so what
did the excess mortality data.
So Johns Hopkins came out, and their study provided inconclusive evidence that coronavirus was extra deadly, or the year 2020 was extra deadly because of coronavirus. So for those of you that are listening that might be a little lost and confused, let's just use some flat numbers here. Let's say every year, in an average year, 1 million people die. There's 250,000 people, let's call it, because we're using round numbers, that die of coronavirus. Theoretically, then in the year 2020, you would imagine 1.25 million people would die this year.
Or even if it's not 1.25, 1.1817.
Yeah, but I'm like for simplistic purposes, so everyone can understand my argument. If in an average year it's a million, you would expect this year to be somewhere around 1.25 million. But what was the total for this year? 1 million. And obviously these numbers aren't correct. I'm using round numbers so you guys can follow the bouncing ball here. So what they came out and what they concluded was that the people that died of coronavirus this year were then likely to have died from something else this year. So there's not these extra deaths. There's no what are we at? 235,000 is like the actual number. There is not an excess of 235,000 deaths in the year 2020 in the United States. There's not. We're on pace.
We're on pace.
We're on pace.
We are currently covering the mortality rate.
This is great. If you could bet it,
if you bet the draw,
bet it on mybookie.com.
Listen, if you bet no statistical significance, you are fucking covering right now.
Yeah, you are on pace.
And with only 2 weeks to go, it's like fucking 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. We're in victory formation right now. We're about to take a knee. So Johns Hopkins came out and they released that. And that's what they said. They go, there's no evidence, this and that. So these people that have died, these 235,000 people that have died of COVID, statistically speaking, were likely to die of something else this year. Well, that didn't sit very well in the media. So do you know what happened? They pulled the study.
Yep.
They censored the study. That's censorship. That's what
episode is this?
This is episode 206, I believe.
Okay, so episode 206, you're hearing it here, that this study did exist.
Yep.
It showed that there was no statistically significant increase in deaths in 2020 compared to previous years.
Yes.
You will hear information, this is my prediction, you will hear information that states otherwise, probably in January. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we ran the numbers and there was approximately a 220,000 excess death this year.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. And like we had said though from the beginning, like way back in May, even if it is 250,000 people, is that enough to be statistically significant?
Well, I don't know how many people die in a year.
I don't either.
In the 250,000 is just Americans.
Right. Right.
Well, I can Google how many people die a year.
Yeah, in the United States. I would imagine, I don't know, it's probably it's got to be in the millions. Because we have 330 million people that live in this country. Even if it was 1% of all people that die, that's 330,000. So
2.84 million people in 2018.
So call it 2.9. Fuck it. No, we'll round down. For
2.8.
2.8 million people die. 250,000 out of 2.8 million. Like, what even is that?
That might be a number. Because that's like an eighth.
Yeah. because half of 2.8 would be 1.4. Half of that would be 0.75.
That's like 9%.
Yeah.
250,000 of 2.8 million. That's about 9%.
That's 9%.
That matters.
If we had an addition to people that already died.
But that's the thing, we haven't.
Right.
And with it, and here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you have someone that has died of COVID, or you know someone who's died of COVID, that sucks. People die all the time.
Right, and we've said that before.
It does suck.
It sucks.
It sucks that you know someone that died.
Right.
But no one's dying of the flu, pneumonia, like all that other shit is down.
Right.
It's all down.
Right.
And then someone with COVID that has a heart attack, like, yeah, I know someone who's soft is going to tell me, oh, that person wouldn't have died if they didn't get COVID. You don't fucking know that.
You have no idea.
You have no clue. Especially if it's like a younger person. They just kind of fucking hit you.
If we go back in retroactively.
Oh, God. Oh,
if Jones
man.
is listening right now, he's like, oh my God.
If Jones is listening right now, he might be running for the fucking the outlet to stick a fucking fork in it.
Yeah, retroactively, if we go back, my grandmother died of COVID in 2015.
That was so bad. I was actually laughing in my bed. So
I don't even remember. To be honest, I don't.
I knew you didn't. I knew you didn't because I knew the lights had gone out at one point.
Yeah, I mean, Jones poured me a whole glass of fucking bourbon.
He doesn't pour bourbon.
No, I know. No, it's just fair. I'm not mad about it, but
and
you have to.
You didn't give it back.
You reap what you sow. If you're gonna give me all of that bourbon, well, then you have to deal with me yelling.
Guess what?
Yelling
that giant thing wasn't even done by the time your lights went out.
Yeah. No. Yep. That's fair. Well, we started drinking at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. But no, and again, they're gonna. So, but it's interesting. I predict that people will still defend everything that happened this year. But I'm kind of curious if people will just stop listening because now everyone's attention is being focused towards the vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know in Massachusetts it got approved to start coming out like tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
But I don't know what every other state's doing. Jones made it seem like the Maryland hospitals and the vaccine companies refuse to speak to each other,
Yeah,
or like they refuse to like work to get this.
Right. Because why would they?
Well, it was just like, well, hey, one side says, all right, well, this is what we got to do, and the other side goes, yeah, this is what we already do, and then they just couldn't fucking figure it out.
They couldn't meet in the middle.
So I don't know. Maybe they rolled out their plan. I have no clue, but
yeah,
Massachusetts has its plan. I believe it starts tomorrow.
I saw somewhere that they think it's going to be available to the general population by April.
Is that what I saw? I think that might be what I saw. It's like April to June. I know that's a 3-month span, but
yeah,
like or beginning.
So that puts us at 1 year. We will have dealt with this for 1 calendar year.
Yeah, probably more. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it can't. It started popping up in the U.S. in February, so more.
Well, we had our shutdown in mid-March.
March 16th.
And I think the actual stay-at-home started like the 23rd, 24th.
Mm-hmm. Remember when we thought this thing was like bad? Remember? Because like, at least in our lifetimes, we've never done anything. Just about everyone's lifetime, this has never happened before. So like, for something like this, because this was before politics, we all realized that politics were involved. This was before all this, and we were like, oh my God, we all have to like close our businesses and stay home forever. Like, people are going to start dying. Like, oh my God, like what if we get this and die? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
did you ever actually think this thing was bad? Did you ever actually think that? Because I'm not trying to be Harry Hardass here, but
no,
I never thought that.
Because I know we joked about it. We were like, whatever, we just get it and die.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if that's how I go, it's how I go. It is what it is. Like,
when this all first started, I remember us being like, yeah, well, I mean, we're probably just gonna get it.
I just assumed.
I assumed I was just gonna get it.
Yeah, and then, you know, I was listening to just like what people that we knew were saying. Like, I wasn't listening to what old people were doing.
Yeah.
Because if you look now, it's still old people.
Yeah.
But that's what, like, this is what, was it, oh man, what was his character name? I can't remember what his character was. It was Vince Vaughn, right? Consoling, Or was it Luke Wilson in Old School?
Oh, yeah,
consoling Will Ferrell after fucking Blue died, and that's what old people do. They die.
Yeah. That's what happens.
They do. A lot of them die for a lot dumber reasons too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was never like, oh, this thing's really bad. I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, all right, well, no one's going out. No one's doing anything.
Right. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it and I think back, I don't think I really was that worried about it.
No one in this house ever really thought like, oh my god, this thing's bad.
No, because we weren't crazy about quarantine and shit. We were still kind of going about it. We were going to Home Depot.
Yeah, we went to Home Depot
like every day.
3 times a day.
Yeah, literally 3 times a day for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Is like.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point.
And then even like for 6 weeks of the stay-at-home order, it's like, you and I didn't wear masks.
No.
It wasn't until we had to.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't until they started putting signs on the outside of businesses.
Yeah.
Mask required for entry. Okay, well.
And even then...
That's what I said I wanted you to do,
hey,
so...
even then, there was a few times, I saw the sign at Target, I go, nope.
Yeah.
Went.
Yeah.
I go, some fucking high school kid can fucking come talk to me.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a mask? Nope. Keep going.
No, what are you gonna do about this?
No, can I just buy my shit and get the fuck out of here? Or I'll hurry up. But
yeah,
it's hard because I look at the gym in New Jersey, and after listening to the podcast that you played that day, and I'm listening like, you know what, man, good for him. Then I stumbled upon his Twitter, and I'm like, okay, there's a middle ground here.
Yeah.
Like, again, not that I really believe that masks are our fucking Lord and Savior, but like none of them wear masks, none of them are spacing out. It's just a regular day in the gym there.
Right.
You know what? Okay. They claim to have 0 cases, but China also claimed to not really have a lot of cases.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, like you don't let the info out. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a different world, but you know, I mean, mostly complied with everything, but like, man, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Honestly, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, it's everything this year has been polarized. Like you no longer, what the real lesson of 2020 is that you're no longer allowed to be in the middle. Like you're no longer allowed to use logic and reason. You're expected to jump immediately to one side or the other.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter like left or right, like politically. Like it's just, you have to be all in on one thing or all in on the other thing. Like,
it's just kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. And it's fucking stupid. And it's, I don't know. At the same time though, like I literally, as I say that, I also don't, like I say it, but I don't even know if I believe it. But I don't know if I don't believe it because it's like my refusal to believe that is like the truth, or it's like I still have faith in people that the majority of the country is in the middle, and it's the people on the fringes that are the loudest, which we know is true.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. It's just every little fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, it's like I would like to think that, but then I see. Yeah, well, you know, 250,000 people died that wouldn't have died anyway. It's like, dude, how can you not acknowledge that some of those people were going to die anyway?
Right.
And then it's like, there are people who genuinely still think that Trump won the election. It's like,
yeah,
how the fuck can you people think all this shit?
Oh, you'll find out. You'll see. Oh, okay.
Will I? Will I?
Yeah, no.
I don't think I will.
No, we won't. I
don't think I'm gonna.
We won't, because Biden won. He's the president-elect, and in 37 days or something, he's gonna be sworn in as the president.
Yeah, was it December?
It's like January 20th.
Tomorrow's everyone's big day, because I guess Al Gore got until about December 13th, 14th, something like that. Al Gore got that long, so Trump should get that long.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow's the day, motherfuckers.
Yep. Figure it out.
Yep.
Yep.
which they won't.
We'll see.
That's the other thing too. It's like fucking Republicans. Like I'm just like listening to them more and more. Just like again, your side lost.
It's okay.
Do you really like Donald fucking Trump that much?
Right.
Like that's the guy you like that much?
Right. Right.
Just get the next fucking guy ready. Someone who's actually fucking competent.
Right.
Get them going. It's there's another guy coming up, and he's a Republican, but he's sort of like normal.
Whoa. And he's not Dan Crenshaw.
It's not Crenshaw. I think they're waiting on him.
Yeah. No, I think so too.
Fuck, I can't remember his name, but he's one of the guys that's like, he's working with one of the Democrats to be like, yeah, so are we gonna get a COVID thing going or not? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh, yeah, the guy that's trying to help push the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name or what state he's from.
I don't either.
But it's like the
It's definitely, here, I'm gonna be wrong. It's definitely in the Midwest. And it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like a guy from fucking Virginia. But, I mean, I thought it was like Iowa, Ohio, like one of those places.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would find that, but because I don't know if he's a senator or from the House. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But even with him, it's like he's not just like sticking by like, well, my side has to win. He's not Danny Aingeing the trade, where it's like, I gotta fleece the other side.
Give me Oladipo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you Miles Turner and Dougie McBuckets. Nah, I want Oladipo. You can pound sand.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, alright, fuck you.
How'd that sign and trade go with Charlotte? Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but they got a $28 million exception.
Awesome.
So now they can get Giannis.
Yep. I'm sure they can.
Yeah, they're gonna trade for LeBron.
Yep. They're gonna trade for everybody. Durant looked good today, so we'll trade for him.
Yeah, Danny's gonna figure it out.
Yep. Sure will.
Can he get more draft picks? Can he trade the $28 million for more first round draft picks?
Assets.
Yeah, I need more assets.
Do you know how bad he's probably gonna try to angle to get the Oklahoma City Thunder job because they have like 16 first round picks over the next like 4 years.
Yeah. He's just gonna ask Wick to be
Do you know how many fucking
released from
assets they
contract.
have? He could probably accumulate more assets with those assets.
Oh yeah, him and Bill Belichick. They love having draft picks. Oh wow.
Belichick just hates picking in the first round.
Yeah. Whoa, why would I keep this one first round draft pick when I could have 7 future picks somewhere?
Although if
In
he did
sporadic
if he
rounds.
traded a first for like 4 6 and 2 4ths, he would probably fill out the roster pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah.
He has money.
I tell you what, he drafted the Pro Bowler finally. Although that joke might be gone this year if Nwenu keeps going. Like, I don't know how the Pro Bowl works for offensive linemen, but I have heard.
He's probably the guy.
I've heard rumblings that, and also, I mean, all things considered, let's be fucking real here. The Pats have a really good offensive line.
Yeah.
So that there's a solid chance that one of those guys
Tooney could be a Pro Bowler.
will get it. Yeah. And then we won't be able to make that joke anymore. And the Patriots haven't drafted a Pro Bowler since 2013.
Guy's even on the team. Guy's left the team twice.
Yeah, Jamie Collins left the team twice. Shot his way out of town the first time. And then he came back and then just signed a mega deal and now does nothing. Yeah. Oh man, that was bad. What the fuck were we talking about before? Oh, stupid coronavirus shit. Oh, you know what? It's because I was with Monster Chris last week. I stopped by up there. I was in the area, and we were talking about all this stupid bullshit. And we're still gonna try and figure out how a way to get him on that time and all that. But I don't know.
Him?
Yeah.
You know how fucking hard that's gonna be?
I know.
He works crazier hours than I do.
Yeah.
And he has children.
I know. 2 of them. Small.
Multiple.
Yes. But he was saying, he brought up that, I don't know if you've seen that meme that people have posted. I guess it counts as a meme. It's like a slide. And it's a couple weeks old now, but it says the deadliest days in U.S. history. And like, number 1 is like, I don't know, something
Probably someday in the Civil War.
Yeah. And then number 2 was 9/11.
Or like Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was. I think number 1 was like Pearl Harbor. Number 2 was like fucking 9/11. And then number 3, it said last Thursday. And number 4 said like last Friday. And then 5 was like something like Gettysburg. And then 6 was like last Monday. And then number 7 was like last Tuesday. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you really expect me to believe this bullshit?
I'm not buying that shit for 1 second.
No,
Not
absolutely
one
not.
fucking second. How many people died in Vietnam?
Yeah, a lot. Like a lot.
Shitload.
Yeah, yeah. How many people died in the Civil War?
Civil War was us against us.
Yes.
That's double.
That's double, yes.
For all the fucking people that died in fucking Vietnam on one side,
yes.
double it, because that's who died on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just literally just making up shit because they're trying to like fear you into doing shit. Nah, man. Last Tuesday was real fucking deadly.
So I just typed in deadliest days in U.S. history. In the USA Today, fact check: list of deadliest days in American history is partly false. Huh? You don't fucking say.
No fucking way, huh?
Wow! Imagine that. So they tried to say that the number of coronavirus deaths from December 1 through 4 fell behind the Galveston hurricane in 1900, the Battle of Antietam in 1862, and September 11, 2001. Okay. So the actual deadliest days. Oh wait, here's the hold on, sorry. The events on the infographic are certainly among the America's deadliest, but the list omits several one-day events and causes that saw higher death counts than those. Galveston hurricane, which hit Florida in 1900. Antietam. There's your Civil War.
Yeah.
San Francisco earthquake. September 11th. Really? The earthquake killed more people than fucking 9/11?
I mean, I would imagine if it's a city like San Francisco, it's very densely populated.
It's also one day.
Yeah.
Not one event.
Right.
Actually, I guess they put the COVID deaths 5 through 8. How many people died at Pearl Harbor? Nobody?
I think that's why it even started. Is because I think someone started posting that slide on Pearl Harbor Day or something.
So someone on Pearl Harbor Day tried to diminish Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
As though that wasn't important?
Don't quote me on that, but fuck it, you can if you want. It's not.
Well, it started right around that time.
It's not a news show. Like you say all the time. Yeah, like how much of a fucking piece of shit can you be? That you're just gonna be like, yeah, no, this is worse than Pearl Harbor on Pearl Harbor Day or on or around Pearl Harbor Day.
2403.
It's a lot of fucking people, man.
Yeah, but I guess that's close to those COVID days. Whatever. I don't even know how the fuck that's possible at this point.
No, it's fear mongering. It's literally that's what it is. It's like, oh, this is so deadly. Oh, this is the worst day ever. Oh, you have to stay in your house. You can't leave.
We have to pay people to stay home. People are, so the first time I saw that was AOC. She actually made it like a thing. Now people are actually saying that. Yeah. Oh, we gotta pay people to stay home.
Why?
What? No.
Because that's how you get people dependent on the government, and that's how you get big government that controls everything.
Well, the other thing too is it's like, well, what do you pay people to stay home?
Right.
I don't make the same amount as somebody else.
Right. So how do you determine?
What if someone makes $2 million a year, and they can't open?
Yeah.
Or even someone who makes $150,000. Say someone worked at a big fitness chain in New York City, making $150,000 a year.
Yeah.
And then there's me. It's yeah, same job, but dude, we don't make the same amount of money.
Right.
$1,200. You can fuck right off with that.
Here's a $1,200 check.
Yeah, thanks for the fucking pittance.
Yeah. But
you know how fucking easy it is to make $1,200? Especially because we received $1,200. This has been going on for mid-March, mid-December. 9 months, and we've received $1,200. You know how easy it is to make $1,200 over 9 months?
Yeah, like stupid easy.
Like, you don't even need to suck one penis for that. I mean, that'll accelerate things. But you don't even have to suck a dick.
Yeah.
To make $1,200 in 9 months.
No, you don't.
Not one dick.
You probably don't have to work consecutive weeks 1 day a week. Like, if you work 1 day a week every other week over 9 months at like $15 an hour, like that's got to be enough to get you there. It gets you pretty fucking close.
And even like some of these people, like, oh well, we need a UBI. Like, some of these countries give out $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Do you know how fucking easy it is to make $2,000 a month?
Yeah.
By working.
Doing this thing called a job.
Like, if you actually worked,
yeah,
how easy it is to make $2,000 in a month.
Yeah, that's because this is what they do is they pitch it like that. They're like, oh yeah, we'll give you $2,000 a month, because that sounds like a lot to people. They're like, oh, it's $2,000 in a month.
That's not that much.
But what they are not doing is, we'll do that in a year. What is that in a year? $24,000. You want to make $24,000 in a year? If you told someone that, they'd be like, fuck no, I don't want to make $24,000 a year. But if you tell someone, oh, I'll give you $2,000 a month, they're like, oh yeah, cool, sounds like a good deal. Because it's like, people are just stupid like that. They look at, they have no like frames of reference.
It's $11.50 an hour.
$11.50 an hour.
Yep. If you base that off of a full-time job.
Yeah, so work a 40-hour week. 40-hour week in 1 month at $11.50 an hour, which minimum wage now is what, $13.30 or something?
In Massachusetts, I think it's something like that.
Yeah, $13.50.
Yeah, so $2,000 a month. But then people say,
no,
but
a year.
Yeah, but the $2,000 a month, well, you still work though. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take your free $2,000, but like, I still want to work.
Right. I don't want to just sit.
Like, I'll dictate how much money I'm gonna make.
Right. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. It's like, again, here we are, personal responsibility. We should really. I talking to Chris last week. I really want to put something together about like personal responsibility.
We should write the book.
Yeah. No, seriously. Because that's what it comes down to, and it's like, you should be personally responsible for how much money you want to make. I fucking signed up for the locksmithing course, and I'm like literally clawing my way through it, like so fucking painfully slow. But I'm gonna get through it eventually, and then I can use it as a part-time thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing that so I can eventually make more money. If I didn't want to make more money, well, guess what? I wouldn't be doing it. I've always had a second job until I left Bridgewater abruptly. was told to leave, or my classes just disappeared.
No, you just weren't put back on the schedule.
Yeah, that's what it was. I wasn't put back on the schedule.
They fixed the glitch.
Yeah, and it's like, I haven't really done anything since then, but I've been like, fuck it, whatever, I'm okay with that. But like, if I wanted to, and this is the thing, like, if I wanted to make more money, I would be personally responsible to go get a second fucking job and make more money.
Nah, dude, someone should pay for you.
Yeah, like for me to sit here and be like, just slam my fist on the table and be like, I demand more money because I deserve it. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, that's the biggest bullshit fucking thing I've ever heard. Oh, I should be paid more money. Yeah, get in line. Everyone that works thinks they should be paid more money. Like, but Jeff Bezos probably thinks he deserves more money. Like,
you know what? No, because he's not a fucking moron. He probably sits there and goes, yeah, I mean, I make exactly what I should be paid.
Yeah. But it does.
If I want more, I'll do more.
Exactly, but that's what it comes down to. If he wants more money, he's going to do more. So people just fucking suck, man. The more and more time I spend around people, the more and more I realize I hate everybody.
Fucking People are dumb as fuck.
People are dumb. You know what else is really fucking dumb? I think we called this on the show. I don't remember.
Listen, I don't pretend to be the fucking smartest person ever,
but so the monoliths.
Yep.
That was in Utah.
Yep.
They found it in the desert. We definitely talked about that. And this is what I mean. I feel like we made the joke once we covered that it disappeared, that they were just going to start popping up everywhere. Yeah. Oh, they have. They've been popping up all over the world now.
You don't fucking say.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Folks.
Imagine that.
And they've been doing the same thing. They've been popping up in random places and then disappearing.
Remember the killer clowns?
Yes. I do remember that. When was that, like 2017?
I don't even know.
2016?
I can't even remember. Remember the killer clowns?
Mm-hmm. Of course I do.
I like forgot about that.
Wasn't it around the time it came out? Like, wasn't that kind of like a thing?
2016.
2016, yeah.
Rolling Stone article. Killer clowns inside the terrifying hoax sweeping America. Clowns have been spotted lurking in the woods from South Carolina to upstate New York. Remember this?
Oh, yeah. People were terrified.
Fucking A. I'm like trying to even like breeze through this, but they write it in like a storytelling fashion.
Oh, that's stupid.
Instead of facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like August in 2016. Groups of clowns.
Yeah, the killer clowns. There was something else, too, that was, like, similar. I don't remember what it was. There's always been, like, weird random shit. Like, do you remember the whole anthrax thing? Like, everyone was terrified to open their mail for, like, a year.
Yeah.
Because of, like, the anthrax thing.
Anthrax.
Yeah, like, oh, my envelope might be filled with anthrax. It's like, what?
Well, it happened to politicians.
Yeah, no, it actually did, yeah, but like what? Like, do you think you're just gonna be like delivered the wrong envelope, or do you think...
Why the fuck would you be getting anthraxed?
Exactly.
Why the fuck are you so important?
Yeah.
I'm not important enough to get anthraxed.
No, I am definitely not, unless I've been anthraxed myself.
Do you make anthrax, or do you like buy it?
I don't know. How do you do that? I'd have to ask a chemist. I don't think I know any chemists anymore. I don't know what the one I used to know is doing now. It's been a long time. He's probably not doing the same kind of chemistry. Who knows? Maybe he's evolved into anthrax. Maybe he does biological weaponry now.
Veterinary medicine.
Yeah. He's evolved from human, what is it? Like, what's that? Physiological hormones and things to biological weapons. That's how that goes, right? It's like you start out smoking weed, and then before you know it, you're strung out on heroin. You start making steroids, and then you're just fucking building weapons of mass destruction.
Bastards.
But there was
It's a bacteria.
As I was gonna say, even back in the day, I don't think, if we were alive for this, it was like the early 90s and we were not coherent enough. But I feel like there was like a ricin thing. Like there was a scare of like ricin was like going around too. Like there's always been something. Which is funny because if you think about it, like anthrax will literally kill you. And it was being mailed to people. And like it was like an actual thing.
Was it though?
Some people would lead you to believe it. We didn't lock down for that. We didn't stop.
We didn't cancel mail.
Yeah, we didn't cancel mail. You know, like.
Well, yeah, the anthrax was just a function to pass some law or something.
Yeah,
I'm making that up.
Yeah. No, that came up with Monster Chris too. Was I told him about my my prediction where Joe Biden will die of COVID in like
ricin.
in like March, and then it'll be President Kamala that comes in and makes these crazy fucking laws that like lock everyone down. And I said it's gonna be this generation's Patriot Act following 9/11. So like you get 9/11, obviously a tragedy, and then the reflex of 9/11 was the Patriot Act, which admittedly I've never sat down and actually read it, but I've listened to enough people on podcasts that talk about it that say there's nothing patriotic about this thing. It's wicked fucked up what is in it.
Doesn't it basically? So I know there was an element of like airplane safety with it, but wasn't it mostly just like it was essentially the ability to profile?
Yep, that and it enhanced the powers of the NSA and the CIA. And all kinds of shit. It was all kinds of creepy shit, but this is what the government does. And this is actually what someone said. I think it was Rogan, or someone that was on Rogan, was like, what we really need to be fighting for is they need to pass a bill that says you're not allowed to name bills and acts. Because what they did after 9/11 is they had this wicked fucked up thing that was all about surveillance and profiling and all this shit. And what do? They call it the Patriot Act. Because how can you vote against something like that?
Hey, you mean something like the CARES Act?
Yeah, the CARES Act. Or
well, the CARES Act was great though, right?
Yeah.
There's no negatives to that.
Yeah.
Right?
No, not at all. Nothing bad came from it.
Yeah. Except now, all that PPP money, which if you guys don't own a business, basically the way it went was government gave you money, and if you met certain criteria, the money was forgiven. Okay. No one talked to the IRS first, because now the IRS on all that free money is now going, no, it's all free.
We're gonna collect taxes on it.
But you can't use that as a deduction. No, we don't think that. That's not right.
Yeah.
So if you were to receive, I don't know, $100,000, get it forgiven. Well, you now owe taxes on $100,000.
Absolutely.
Sick. Really sick.
Pretty awesome.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, that PPP thing, no, it's great.
It's great for businesses, yeah.
It's funny because I have a client who goes, yeah, we got it. He goes, I don't trust it. I'm leaving it in a separate account. Yeah, what is there? I don't trust.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, turns
out, yeah. No, because there will be people who, because the way I look at it is people like me didn't get to operate, so they wanted to give me money to continue paying like our employee and whatever, and like give us some money to pay rent. Luckily, because we only have one employee, we barely got anything.
Right.
So the tax liability on that is a joke.
Right.
But if you got like a real sum of money in action, so
because it was up to $2 million, I think you could apply for.
I forget what it was, but if you like say in the actual spirit of the bill was you were closed down, the government wanted to give you money to continue to pay your employees, and if you did that, a portion of that money would be able to use for your business expenses, like normal.
Yeah.
So it keeps people off unemployment, it keeps the business running, and then the businesses get a couple bucks to go towards other expenses. That sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then you were finding out that some of these businesses were still operating and getting the money. So they could just write it off against their normal operating expenses. Not a business like me that was closed.
Right.
So instead of me closing, me and my partner going on unemployment, my employee going on unemployment, me telling my landlord to fuck off.
Right.
We continued to pay everybody because we got the money for it. And now the IRS is sitting here like, no, we never said that was gonna be deductible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not deductible. That's free money. You gotta pay taxes on free money.
It's liberty.
Nothing's fucking free.
No, nothing is free.
But that's the CARES Act because they care.
Yeah.
$1,200 over 9 months.
So this is what I'm telling you guys. You heard it here first. Biden's going down of COVID in like March. President Kamala is going to come in all fucking nurturing. We need to do this. We need to change everything. We need to heal the country. She's going to come up with the Healing Act or the Health Act. It's going to be something along those lines. Or it's going to be like the Remembrance Act, because we have to remember our strong President Biden, because he was strong and he was smart, and he fell to this vicious virus that is relentless, and we need to do everything we can to heal from it. And that's what it's going to be. It's what's going to happen. And there's going to be shit buried in there that just fucks everything. And it's going to be this generation's Patriot Act. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm convinced now. I'm convinced. I've given up on the fact that this is going to disappear slowly, and no one, like, people are going to stop talking about it. And then I just go into a complete meltdown in like February and March because no one covers it anymore because it's all over. And then it just, like, that theory that I had where it just trickles away. Nope.
How's this vaccine?
I've given up on that.
How's this vaccine gonna go?
It doesn't matter because Biden's gonna die. So it's gonna turn everything. It's gonna be like, because it's not gonna matter. That's what I mean. It's gonna be, there has to be an event that incites fear. And now that you have this vaccine, it's going to quell a lot of people's fear. Well, how do we regain control? How do we regain fear? Like, we have to reinstitute fear.
But then
just kill the president.
Do we have to create a narrative that the vaccine doesn't work?
Yeah, you would just say like, oh yeah, Biden got the vaccine, but he died still anyway.
So we have to say the vaccine doesn't work.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I do.
I think that it all hinges on Biden dying from COVID.
And I kind of know what you're doing right now, but I'm
getting ready to build a goddamn fucking bunker. I'm going underground.
The thing though, I think if they try to pull off like hey, the vaccine doesn't work, I do think that is the tipping point going the other way. Like, people go, okay, enough's enough.
Yeah.
What else if the vaccine doesn't work?
Right.
And masks and distancing and shutdowns and all that shit didn't work, then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We have to pass the Healing Act.
But what is the Healing Act going to do? What the fuck are they going to do?
It's going to give government absolute control over everything. But it's going to plunge us into communism and we're all going to die.
Okay, again, I know what you're doing right now, but that's what I mean is like, even if, so your details suck, but even if you're like your act of, they're going to kill him with COVID so that everyone can see that it's really bad, well, one byproduct of that is they have to say the vaccine doesn't work.
Right.
And if you say the vaccine doesn't work, I don't think that's going to go the way that the government thinks it's going to go.
Because I hope I'm wrong. Honestly, I've never wanted to be wrong more.
No, because like even some of my people who are very like COVID, they're COVID guys. They're just like, yeah, the vaccine will be here soon, and you know it'll pass. Like, we'll get past it. People get the vaccine, whatever. If there's no like quote unquote hope, which if you even have hope, you're a fucking asshole.
I haven't had hope since
I don't even know. Dreams, hopes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was probably somewhere around 7 or 8 years old.
It's all just fucking nightmares and devastation.
Pretty much.
Like,
eventually, hopeless piece of shit.
Because then eventually,
15 years
what people are gonna say is, okay, there's nothing else. There's nothing else the government can do. They already shut us down. Unless what are they gonna do? Enact martial law? That's not gonna go over well.
No.
You will see fucking like American Revolution times, like fucking militias.
Oh yeah.
People will fucking take that upon themselves.
Yeah.
If you try to enact martial law. And first of all, trying to do that throughout the country, people in Massachusetts will fucking bend over for that because everyone pays a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And no one will fucking think otherwise.
Well, the other thing about that too is you also have to imagine that people in the military can turn around and just say no. And we talked about this in our last episode. I think it was the last episode. The sheriffs in the counties in California that were like, no, we're not going to follow Gavin Newsom's order. We're not going to arrest people for being out. We're not going to shut down businesses. We're not doing it.
It's not going to
work.
So
even if you did have someone that came out and was like, we're going into martial law, well, you have the people that they're not robots. Like, the people in the military aren't robots. Like,
I'm telling you right now.
They have the ability to turn around and be like, what the fuck are you telling me to do?
If you turn around and go, that vaccine doesn't work, what you're going to say is, anyone who leans right was correct.
Yeah.
This is all bullshit. And then anyone who leans left and is educated is going to go, listen, like, I was willing to, like, listen to you guys and see what the deal was, and I accept this is real, but, like, dude, this ain't right. Like, something's fucked here.
Yeah. We can't do this anymore. That's what they're going to say. Yeah. They're going to be like, all right.
Something's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how, I don't know what, but something's fucked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can still kill him, because I know they still want Kamala to be the president.
Yeah.
I mean, just they gotta probably find a different avenue to kill him.
Skiing accident.
I mean, he can fall and break his hip and die.
And the dog.
And then,
the dog is the operative. His dog was Champ. Champ is a deep state operative.
More of a major guy myself.
He's like the Winter Soldier. I just imagine someone sitting there with a book looking at Champ being like
Yen.
Streetcar, freight train.
17.
Yeah. And then the dog just looks and goes,
ready to comply.
Mission report, December 16th, 1991. Do you want to wrap this up?
That's right.
Because my final thought actually has to do with that.
You want to go first then?
Yeah, I've been so I've been rewatching the MCU, all the Marvel movies.
I've rewatched a bunch lately,
and so
mostly recent ones.
So Amy hasn't seen any of. Well, she's seen some of them here and there, but a couple weeks ago, we decided to start rewatching them in the Marvel timeline.
Yep.
So not in the timeline that they came out in theaters. How it happens in their world. And I gotta say, I am thoroughly enjoying it because I've never done it. Obviously, there's 23 fucking movies, so I've never had like a reason to sit down and watch all 23 in a row, like, because I've already seen them all. Like, I saw them in the order they came out in our world, like in theaters. So everything is kind of disjointed a little bit.
Or at least by the time they hit Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. But to do it in their timeline is pretty cool, and I'm enjoying it like a lot. And it's cool also to go back because some of them like I had only seen once. Like I'm trying to think, like Thor 2, I think I had only seen once.
Probably for good reason.
I think I'd only seen Ant-Man once.
Yeah, I rewatched Ant-Man. That was weird.
So I saw that. I haven't only seen the first Avengers once, but the last time I sat down and watched the first Avengers from 2012, like from start to finish, was, I don't know, probably at least 2 years ago, if not more. So it's been pretty cool to sit there and go in order, and it actually flows pretty nice. And there is as the movies move through the timeline, there's a little bit more overlap here and there, and it's kind of cool to see that as the guys that were writing all of these, like their plan formulated. Because the very early ones, like Thor 1 and Iron Man 1 and 2 and Hulk was just the worst fucking movie ever. But those ones were pretty much just all straightforward. Like the only character that overlapped was Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But then they kind of start crossing more, and it's cool because, you know, you start to see and how the relationships build between the characters, and like we're not at Ragnarok yet, but obviously we know what happens in Ragnarok and how there's crossover and stuff like that. But like trying to think in like Winter Soldier, like you get a lot more Romanoff in there, so Black Widow is there, and then you get introduced to Falcon, and then the Falcon pops up in Ant-Man, and it's just cool. And I'm having a really good time. I'm enjoying it. I think we're past halfway. We are on, I think Black Panther is the next movie. We just went through Civil War and Spider-Man Homecoming, and the next one we have is Black Panther, and I think it goes Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and then
It might be Ragnarok.
I was going to say, I think it might be Ragnarok. So I think those are our next 3. I have it written down somewhere, but yeah, it's pretty cool, and I like it.
So I know Disney Plus doesn't have all the movies.
Yeah.
They do have an option to watch it in chronological order.
Yep. Yeah.
But they don't have Hulk.
And they don't have the Spider-Mans. They're missing 3.
Yeah, so it's those 3.
Yeah.
It's both Spider-Mans and Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Because Hulk was terrible, and Spider-Man is owned by Sony.
Yes, I don't know who Hulk was owned by.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was Edward Norton. Who I love Ed Norton, but like the movie was just not good.
Yeah, I haven't watched that since I probably haven't watched that in 10 years.
Yeah, I'd say same.
I couldn't tell you if it was good, bad, indifferent.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah. Well, it was also like 2 years after the Eric Bana one. So like the Eric Bana Hulk was like 06 roughly,
Probably
05,
04,
06, yeah.
03.
And then Hulk was Ed Norton's
08.
Hulk was 08.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I probably haven't watched that since about 2010.
yeah. So what's your final thought?
So I know you haven't watched it yet. Mandalorian season 2.
Correct. I have not.
You should.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
And so anyone that's not watching it yet, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Good. So they're actually doing Boba Fett a solid because he's
really?
back.
Oh really?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen people post stuff on social.
Yeah. So Boba Fett's back, and if you think about Boba Fett, like for a long time I asked Finn, and I was like, what's the deal with Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do people like Boba Fett?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, Finn gives a Finn answer. Well, he's kind of badass. Blah, blah, blah. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he speaks fucking 7 words and gets thrown into a sand vagina.
Yes.
And, allegedly dies.
Right.
But they brought him back to be the badass that he was kind of supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think the Mandalorian is now doing Boba Fett an absolute solid.
Yeah.
By bringing him back. Making him actually, be a character.
Right. Yeah, because he only got a part of the 5th movie, and then he died in the opening scene of the 6th one.
Yeah. He had 17 minutes of screen time or something.
Yeah.
But it was like everyone thought he was so cool because I think it came down to the action figure, and obviously I wasn't alive back then.
Right.
But the action figure was cool, and he was mysterious, and you saw him in the trailers, but he didn't do anything.
No, he didn't actually.
He actually sucked. He actually fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And if your nostalgia disagrees, that's fine, because I don't share the same nostalgia. But he was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the reputation that he got did not warrant that.
No.
So I think the Star Wars community is finally doing Boba Fett a solid.
Did you also see that they released the new Obi-Wan series, and it's going to be Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen? They're going to pick it up 10 years after episode 3.
Wait, they released it?
No. They released a trailer for it, or a spoiler or something for it. They announced it.
They announced it because I was going to say filming.
Yeah, and Ewan McGregor is going to be Obi-Wan, and Hayden Christensen is going to be
Vader.
Darth Vader.
So, did you hear that was filming in Boston?
Oh, really? I did not.
Boston, England.
Oh.
So, people were like, oh, it's going to be filmed in Boston. And then, all the people around here gave out all their best spots about where in Boston it could have been filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong Boston.
Well, I'll let you in on a little hint. I got an inside source that there's a movie being filmed currently, right now, at the Babies R Us in North Attleboro. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, I think Helen Mirren, or one of those old white ladies. I can never tell the difference between Helen Mirren and Glenn Close and fucking, I don't know, just pick one.
I don't even know who these people are.
Yeah, the old white lady. Old white lady that everyone loves. And Chris Evans is in it too.
And the Babies R Us is integral to the plot. That's so interesting.
Well, yeah, it's being filmed inside. It's obviously it's been closed because I think Babies R Us went out of business 7 years ago. but they just built the set inside.
Did you ever go into one of those?
SMT. Oh yeah.
Knowing what Toys R Us was as a kid,
Yeah.
Babies R Us might be the world's biggest letdown.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like some of those other things that are like.
But did you think it was just gonna be babies everywhere?
No, I thought it was gonna be toys and shit.
Oh yeah.
Not fucking baby. What the fuck would I want a baby for? No, but I thought it was gonna be like cool shit for babies.
Right.
Not bullshit for babies.
Right. Yeah. Not like stupid fucking clothes.
It's
It's like Target.
It's like
It was
yeah. No,
essentially-
it's clothes
it
and
was
cribs and
Yeah.
car seats, and it's like this is fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah. I want Toys R Us back.
Yeah, I want Toys R Us, but ages 0 to 2.
Yeah. Exactly. Just give me toys.
Yeah. Yes, my final thought was done. I was gonna say I thought I had to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna say I think it's gonna be a letdown. The Obi-Wan series.
Probably.
Hayden Christensen sucks.
He's terrible.
He was the worst thing that happened to Star Wars. Second worst thing behind Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson was the worst thing that happened to Star Wars.
Did he write
The guy-
episode 8?
Yes, the guy that directed episode 8.
That was terrible.
That was awful.
You mean the movie where nothing
Literally nothing happened. Yeah.
Nothing happened? Did
Yep.
Snoke die in it?
Yes.
Which was actually probably worse.
Yeah, it was.
Because you can say it's like, oh, Snoke died in it.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, it just solidified that the guy was nothing. The character was nothing.
Yep.
It's like Quantum of
He was-
Solace and fucking James Bond.
He was so bad and fucked up that movie so badly that the executive producer had to step in and be like, I'm directing episode 9.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams was like, nah, I'm taking this over. I need to write the shit now.
Even
Because
then-
you just fucking blew a hole in the side of it.
Even then, J.J. Abrams, for episode 9, had to almost like, again, do a solid back to the fans.
Right.
Be like, wow, episode 8 was so shitty. Let me just like, I'm going to make the Star Wars that makes all of you happy.
Right. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think the Obi-Wan series is going to blow, but whatever.
Mandalorian kicks ass.
Yeah.
Second season definitely worth watching. I don't know if it's worth waiting for them all to be able to binge.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many episodes there are or they're gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair.
But
I might try.
if you haven't watched The Mandalorian at all, it's worth your time.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the show and click the thumbs up button. The more subscriptions, the more thumbs up we get. Obviously, the better the show will do. It'll pop up in searches and do all that bullshit. Thank you for listening wherever you're at. Make sure you subscribe. Also, whatever streaming service you're on. Keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody about the show. If you're on iTunes, leave us a review or leave us 5 stars and write a review. That's what I'm supposed to say there. And you can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. We're on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks. And our Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night.